When I first ever saw a hypnotist, I thought it was fake as well. So I was about 14, I saw a hypnotist live and on the telly, and I thought, this has all got to be fake, they've all got to be actors, they must be paid, or they're just playing along. And I really didn't believe in it. I did magic as a kid, so I had this analytical mindset that always wanted to look for the trick. So I decided I would research it, and eventually I realized I don't think there can be a trick, because when you see a hypnosis show live, the volunteers have their friends and family in the audience. It's not like it's always a lone person in the audience who gets up and volunteers and then you see them for drinks out after with a hypnotist. So I decided to research it and realized there must be something more to it than that. But here's the thing, I really invite skepticism and cynicism. Again, my background's in magic. So with magic, when you go and see a magician, you know it's tricks. If you're over the age of 8, you know it's tricks. You know you're not watching Harry Potter doing real magic. With a hypnosis show, there's this sense of mystery to it. Nobody really truly knows in the audience whether it's real or not, unless they take part, or unless somebody they know and love takes part. You don't really know. So I'm happy to sit here and say, hypnosis is real, everything in the show is real, everything you see is real, there's no actors or stooges or fakes. Of course, I would say that because it's my show, I'm the hypnotist. But I invite anyone to come and see the show and really defy anyone to get to the end of the show and really truly look around at the people who volunteered and think that they were plants or in any way had anything to do with the show. But I'm not going to try and convince people it's real. Most people do leave. They come in as a skeptic and a cynic and they leave as a believer. If they don't, I don't really care, as long as they have a good time. So I think the technical side of the show, the lighting, the sound, everything is a really important part of what I do. I've always been obsessed with theatre since I was a kid, but I knew I couldn't act, sing or dance, so I had to find something else to do. So I've always been obsessed with the idea of touring theatres with a show, and that's what I wanted to do with this. I wanted to turn it from, because I think hypnosis has probably this slight image of being the tacky, sort of cheesy end of the entertainment industry, and I really wanted to drag it kicking and streaming into the 21st century and really make it something modern and dynamic and new that audiences who've never seen a hypnotist before would really engage with and really connect with. So we've done that through the material, of course, the actual routines, the sketches we get people to do, but also I think it's really important from a point of view of making the show look good, to be able to have the big screen projections and to be able to have the lighting and the soundtrack for the show. It's all really important. It's something we put probably more thought into that than any other element of the show. So I think it's super important. And also it allows us to really play with people's imaginations. You know, when we make somebody really hot or really cold, we make it red or blue. We can use it to amplify people's imaginations, as well as using sort of relaxing colours to get them nice and relaxed and hypnotised, and vibrant colours to wake them back up again. So I think all of this stuff that goes on behind the scenes, it's all these little tiny details that make the show a show I'm really proud of. But I think that they really all add tiny little extra elements of detail. So what's my favourite part about doing the show? Well, as a kid, I was really shy and terrified of everything. You know, I was the kid that would hide behind his parents' leg when they opened the door and there was a stranger there. I remember doing a magic show as a child when I was aged about 10, and I was so scared I couldn't speak. I just had to do the tricks, and my stepmom stood and did all the talking for me. I just couldn't do it. So for me, I think all entertainers, if you look across the entertainment industry, most entertainers come from this shy, quiet, inward sort of background, and that was me all over. And so this has been like a life-changing thing for me. And I think when I'm on stage, we all sort of live for the applause, as Lady Gaga once said. We all live for the applause and we all live to make people laugh and have a good time. So that's the best thing. But I think my favourite thing about a hypnosis show specifically is that even though every night, for example, every night on tour, every night I do the show, for me, it's the same show. I'm going to come out and say the same things and do more or less the same things in the same order. But the show is completely different because everybody reacts in different ways. It's all down to allowing the people who volunteer to unleash their creativity, and so you never know what's going to happen next. Every night something happens that makes me break down with laughter because I just wasn't expecting it. Somebody says something and they might look like they're my most dry person on earth and they say the funniest thing. And so for me, I think it's the unpredictability of the show. And again, it's great for an audience. Even if you just come and see the show once on the tour and then come and see it again the next year and you see a brand new show, I think you'll always be blown away by that moment that thing happens that's created a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It will never happen again. It won't happen the night before, it won't have happened the night after. Every single night there's something unique and special and hilarious.